Alright, so I am live tonight. Started to stream a little early because I'm going to have I'm going to have like a Google chat with a guest at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific. Her name is Rowling Rifleman. She's an Israeli actress. But first and foremost, we're going to, man, it's just been a really big day of a lot of purges and a lot of cancellations. And we're going to start with J.K. Rowling. Yep, the Harry Potter author. The world famous Harry Potter author. Basically basically blocking Stephen King on Twitter. Yeah, I know I'm live. Yeah. J.K. Rowling deleted a tweet expressing her love of fellow author Stephen King after he confirmed that he supports trans women. The Harry Potter author, who has been embroiled in a row over transgender issues for the past few weeks, had tweeted about Labour MP Lloyd Russell Mole, who accused her of using her experience as domestic abuse to promote discrimination against the trans community, has since apologized unreservedly. You see, basically, the trans activist mob wants J.K. Rowling to basically bend the knee because she went against their groupthink. You see, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the whole trans movement relies on people like all having like that groupthink. And if you're outside of that groupthink, they're gonna like label you like a TERF. You know what I'm saying? Like she's labeled as a TERF because basically a TERF is like a basically a trans exclusionary radical feminist. And that, pretty much that's what she is because she's coming from a real feeling mindset because most trans women are basically biologically male. And the fact of the matter is most trans women are pre-op. So basically there's this men identifying as women and she has an issue with that because she sees a woman as a woman and basically women have babies, women menstruate. Women had to deal with certain issues that men will deal with, even as trans women. You know what I'm saying? Because as a trans woman, you'll still have more testosterone than a real female. Let's keep it 100 here. Like, a trans man has none of the testosterone as a cis man. Let's keep it 100 here. It's just so weird, man. Like, the left loves to say that, like, they're about, what's up, CSK, babe? Yeah, like, the left loves to say, like, they're about science and all that whoop-de-whoop. When it comes to this transgender, they throw all of that out the window. Seriously, it's so contradictory. Man, how can you be a leftist these days, man? You just gotta believe in like just a whole lot of contradictions.
You're the second largest source of doctors for the U.S.
Just to keep
St. George's University School of Medicine. You just gotta
hold a lot of contradictory positions. Like J.K. Rowling, like she's a really big ally to the left. Is a really big Trump hater, has donated to the Labour Party in the United Kingdom, but nah, she's getting Trump level hate on Twitter because she is not with the hive mind on this trans agenda. Like, look at this meme right here. I'm going to talk to you about these guys later because it turns out like these two are actually, this guy is a civil rights lawyer and a Democrat. So basically, these protesters broke into their home and was about to attack their own ally. What a bunch of morons. Man, we're such a fucking clown world. I just want to say, people attacking J.K. Rowling love to say that science is on their side, but they never seem to know what science they refer to. It's like whatever science is inconvenient for them. Like, oh, you gotta wear masks because it's science, but no, man, trans women are women too. Really, it's funny, man. Really enjoying watching white liberal men say J.K. Rowling shut up because they're feminists or something. I swear, man, we're such this whacked out clown world, man. I gotta give props to what J.K. Rowling is doing, man, because she got fuck you money and she refuses to bow down to the mob because like you can't really cancel her because she's a self-made woman. You can't cancel her. So in her response, Rowling tweeted that her love for King had reached new heights after he retweeted defending her. Seattle, it's so much easier for men to ignore women's concerns or belittle them. But I don't ever forget the men who stood up for when they need to. Thank you, Stephen. However, after being pressed by a fan over still transgender issues, King tweeted, "Trans woman or woman." See, basically, King simped to the mob. Because I don't know why King simped to the mob, because he has FU money too, but I think he's trying to keep like that never Trump, like hardcore left wing press. So he basically bowed down to the mob. While it's clarification of peace, some fans appear to irk Rowling since the leader of tweet praising Queen. Some social media users also speculated that she unfollowed her on Twitter. Rowling's views on transgender rights has caused widespread debate over the past month, and even got Daniel Radcliffe to say something about trans woman or woman too. So did Emma Watson. So yeah, man, if like J.K. Rowling keeps at this, man, Harry Potter might get canceled, man. Like, they might erase all the history. They might have all the books being burned. Like, these SJW types will do that, man. They love to, like, burn anything in the past, you know what I'm saying? So they can just create a new future. But I wouldn't mind that, because Harry Potter's fucking... I never was a big fan of Harry Potter. And the thing is, like, that book is very influential to, like, millennial liberals. Oh, my lord. All the references to like Dumbledore, where the fuck that villain's name is, it's so ridiculous. So many like Harry Potterian type themes used by like a lot of like millennial liberals. This is irking. And to segue into that, there was a Reddit that I used to go to a lot called Reddit Gender Critical, and it turned out like that was part of the ban along with the Donald and along with Chapo Trap House as part of a major expansion of its rules. More than 2,000 companies are being removed on Monday for violating Reddit's new content policies. I'm a bit high, so I got a little bit of a knuck mouth. Oh, man. I have to admit, that I struggle with balancing my values and, oh, damn. Like, yeah, like I see here, they're going to ban the Donald, Chapo Trap House. The policy comes 3 weeks after a Black Lives Matter protest led several Reddit forums to go dark temporary and protest what they call the company's net product hosting and promoting. See, I bet you these aren't black people pushing this shit. This is like your typical white leftists trying to basically censor things they don't like. That's all it is. Like, this is basically a corporate overreaction. I have to admit, I struggle with balancing my values as an American and free speech with my values and the company's values on common human decency. Let's see this guy right here. Let's see what this guy will look like. Oh! Just like you expect. Just like you expect. Look at this dude. This dude looks like a Silicon Valley cuck. An absolute cuck. I swear, I mean, basically, social media, like the internet is basically trolled from the Bay Area. It's all controlled from the Bay Area. I mean, this is all like Bay Area values, and Bay Area values are usually hardcore lefts. I mean, look at Spez, man. This you can tell, man. Just like his body language. I mean, the guy just looks like his diet is just full of soy, man. I mean, you don't. I don't even see the masculine. I don't see any masculine in this guy, man. I mean, I'll not be judgmental and all that, but you can just tell, like, he was a guy that was bullied a lot. Like, I was bullied a lot, man, so I know. This guy can't handle an opinion that's different from his, and he wants Donald Trump to lose very badly in 2020, so that's why he's going to censor anything that agrees with his narrative, for the most part. In the blog post that cites the company's new rules, Huffman says that users of Reddit the Donald subreddit have violated the site's policies for years. That's kind of true. Some of their memes do go a bit out of hand. The site has no official connection to President Donald Trump. He did do a "Don't Ask Me Anything" there as a candidate in 2016. And as you see here, they uploaded more rule-breaking content than average. Similarly, Chapo Trap House is also content violates the site's rules, like Antifa violence. Huffman said, the subreddit is a fan of the popular left-wing podcast. I basically they did that just to be fair, like, racist was the sister to far right. Yeah, they just want sister conservatives. No, we got rid of Chapo Trap House too. I mean, but the thing is, the reason why I got rid of Chapo Trap House is it's a very strong dirtbag left type of voice. Like the dirtbag left is different from the intersection left because the dirtbag left is way less PC, and they're more like Bernie Bros. You know what I'm saying? Like Chapo's like your Antifa, Bernie Bros type left, and like Huffman is most like your intersectional type left, and like they don't. I mean, they're at odds with each other right now. They're really bit odds with each other right now because basically Huffman is basically like helping. He wants to help the Democrats win in 2020, and the Chapo folks are in the way of winning in 2020. Me, as a free speech absolutist, this is an absolutely awful thing that's going on. And trust me, if Biden wins, it's going to get a lot worse for anti-democrat, conservative POVs on the internet. This is going to be mass censorship because they do not want to they will not want to lose power again. Trust me, folks. It's about to get real bad. Like last year, Reddit quarantined the Donald. See? See? Dark humor and meme. See, they don't like memes. They don't like dark jokes. They don't like women criticizing men who say they are women. I'm going to hell for this too. Wojak, soy boys. As you can tell, it's coming from a data guy, like a computer guy from the Bay Area. It's all coming from a Bay Area perspective. Last year, Reddit quarantined the Donald, placed him in the warning screen after found a host that incited violence. I mean, the thing is, it hasn't. I mean, this Donald doesn't really. Yeah, they do kind of incite violence, but the thing is, like, there is a heavy anti-Islamic slant on the Donald. Let's keep it 100. You can absolutely ban the Donald for Islamophobia, but they didn't go that route. They went because the Donald called for violence against police, which is so out of fucking mind. Really? Like the Donald is usually pro-police, strongly back the blue. Blue Lives Matter. Ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, just to let y'all know on some real stuff, I really do check out the Donald, and the Donald has moved to the Donald.win. Yeah, I'm gonna have a guest tonight. And you gotta log in and get into the Donald.win. But otherwise, I'm gonna move to this Reddit right here, Reddit conservative. Oh man. Give me a second, I get some water. Whew, had to get me a little drink. And let's see, pretty much this will be the closest to what Reddit will have for a conservative or right-wing opinion. What the fuck is Cumtown? It was leftist and Chapo friendly. Yep, it's the non-politically correct left. As you see here from the comments. Even comes some product. It's an election year. Oh, as you see, like they're seeing like this is basically the censored pro-Trump voices for the 2020 election. That's all it is, really. It's just the internet basically not wanting Donald Trump to win again. They're desperate, man. They're throwing out the Hail Mary right now. They're going all points bad. I mean, look at this point of view about Reddit gender critical being banned. I mean, here's what he says. For those who don't know, and a few of you probably do, Reddit gender critical, that's the far left feminist forums. Why would Reddit ban that? Well, because gender critical is very critical of the transgender ideology that men have promoted simply by identifying that way. And they strongly objectify to giving these men access to women's spaces like sports, locker rooms, and prisons. Despite the fact they're far more innocuous than the Donald, never brigaded anyone, they were even hated more because, as lessons themselves, they were considered an insider threat or traitors to their cause. The sub had long been a target of a massive attack campaign from transgender activists, so that way, Red accomplished two things at once. Got rid of sub that spreads trans ideology, and in a way they can say they're even handed to persons both right and left leaning subs. That's how slick they're trying to be. Basically, like, the trans lobby has massive power, and if you want to really deep into the money, like who's paying for it, it's mostly men. It's straight men. This is a movement of basically mostly straight men having their little fetishes being pulled off. I mean, like, I'm not even against it, but let's keep it 100 here. That's what most of it is. It's basically white men trying to get a victim. I mean, they love talking about black trans women. That's just a little code. The vast majority of transgender people are white men. And it's basically white men trying to get up there in the victim hierarchy. And as these women see, like, the second wave feminists, they see that as just another form of white male privilege. And they're hardcore left too. All of their viewpoints, all their talking points are left, but they're gonna be purged because of wrongthink. It's crazy, man. We're living in just really wild, crazy times. And another thing is, our president, the Donald, got banned from Twitch as well. Fox News is saying, I'm going to go to Engadget. Twitch has suspended Donald Trump's account. The Amazon, Jeff Bezos on it. Yeah, the Amazon company says President channel broke his hateful conduct policy. Get the fuck out of here, Bezos. Hateful conduct. So basically, Twitch has basically banned the most powerful person in the world off of their platform. It was created last October. I gotta tell you one thing about Trump's team, man. Is a lot of people don't take credit for is they are very digitally savvy. They're very digitally aware. They have really good memes. And it seems to be all fun and good with these cats, man. They don't take everything as like so seriously. Oh, this is the end of the world. Oh, it's about the people of color. They're just shit posting. Yeah, I go on 4chan all the time to see what the perspective is around there, and it's quite nihilistic. Carlin is just having a good time. And see, those are the unique Trump voters, basically white folks without a college education who are not religious. See, the real Trump base are populists. That's the hardcore Trump base are populists. All the other like Christian conservatives and all the other conservatives, they just jumped in line because he's a lot better to them than what the left is offering. But the left don't really see that. They think most Trump voters are like on these roofs. They think Trump's hardcore base are like Fox News boomer dads or like Russ Limbaugh or Sean Hannity or like Dan Bongino type listeners. But nah, the real hardcore base is really more Tucker Carlson. That's MAGA, which I'm listening to right now. But yeah, J.K. Rowling is getting Trump level hate on Twitter once again. Pen name is the guy. I think one of the most important writers. Or celebrities to the liberal cause is being canceled. Me, I'll go out to BJK on transphobic ass. Oh yeah. But last but not least, this is some funny shit, man. It turns out the guy that pulled the rifle that pulled the rifle in St. Louis was a civil rights lawyer who's a Democrat. It's like Black Lives Matter attacked their own ally. Whoa, unbelievable. His name is Mark McCloskey. He's going to be on Tucker Carlson tomorrow. I'm going to see that at like, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific? Yeah, Mark McCloskey, the man who armed himself with a rifle and confronted Black Lives Matter protesters outside his home on Sunday while his wife stood next to him with a pistol, is a lawyer who says he takes civil rights cases against police. You can't make this shit up! Oh man, I gotta take a hit, man. This is some good shit. I gotta take a hit for this one, man. You can't make this shit up, man. What an absolute clown world we're living in today, CSK Bay. This shit is insane, man. What the fuck? Oh, they attacked their own ally. Oh man, video confrontation went viral. Oh man, let's see the video. This video is something else. Look at the Karen with the pistol. Oh, look at Antifa backing up. It always seems to be mostly dirty, funky looking white people. What the fuck? I swear, man. It's like a weird call. Oh, man. In a statement Monday, Kloski said they supported the Black Lives Matter movement, but they have been threatened by the white agitators group. See? It's mostly white agitators that are starting most of the riots and causing most of the property damage. I saw an ad from like Open Society Foundations on my social media. You know what Open Society Foundations is, so I ain't even gonna like tell y'all. But yeah. Yes, agents busting it. I mean, this has happened in Black Lives every single time. As you know, saying as the founders admitted, they are trained Marxists. Basically, every single time a black man gets killed by police, especially during an election year, they run out like the Black Lives Matter stuff, like, oh, Black Lives Matter. I fully support the movement myself, but every single time these stories happen, there always tends to be riots and all that. Because there's usually outside agitators going in and starting the stuff. But yeah, most of the moves done by the locals. But yeah, but them, they don't really care about the whole death of the cop and all that, death of the person and all that. They use that as excuses to just get free stuff. I mean, let's keep it 100 here. And McCloskey added that he and his wife received death threats and that the attention devoted to Black Lives Matter distracted from criminal violence in the city, which said claimed to kill the lives of innocent black people. There is mayhem in the city every night. You never hear about it. If he doesn't shoot, no one seems to care about those black lives. That's true, especially with all the shootings that happened in Chicago and even in Chaz, man, a place that was built to keep black lives safe from police brutality has 5 black men that have been shot and 2 that are dead. It's unbelievable. I mean, does this movement really care about black lives? Does it? Or it just cares when the police or a white man does it? I swear, it's like the whole narrative is just basically a way just to demonize white people. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, let me get you down to like some funny photos I got. Yeah, this is a meme I shared on my Facebook. She's like, call me Karen again. Look at those eyes, man. She's like, you come next to me, I'm gonna pop your ass. Look at this guy, man. Look at the bad guy. You wanna mess with the bad guy? I call him Boomer Tony Montana. Oh yeah, it's a funny meme about Trump getting a warrant out for his arrest. Oh man, this shit's funny. I love messing with Trump supporters on my social media. I got a lot of friends when I was in the army, so yeah. Yeah, this is funny. This is like add a meme like name this movie. Let's see the answers. Yeah, I got nothing. Double O privilege. That's a funny one. The Last Stand. Delta Farce. Dumb and Dumber. Ken and Karen are dumb. You're Lisa Gabby 7. Oh man, Bonnie and Clyde. Oh man, let's see the full video. Oh yeah, here's another funny meme. Look at the faces of the people behind Alyssa Milano and she showed off her cornrows. Oh man, where's that video? Oh, there you go. Yep, these protesters absolutely broke and entered this guy's house. They're buzzing to their own allies' spot. And as you see, it's mainly white people. Damn white leftists. Bored suburban kids who's basically looking for a cause. That's all they are.
Y'all see on my live feed he got his rifle. Y'all can see he does have a weapon. As y'all can see.
Look at that, they just repeat chants like a call.
This individual does have a rifle.
That man just defending his property, man. They're about to... If he didn't have that weapon, they would have busted into his house and just destroyed it. That's exactly what they was about to do. They wouldn't give a fuck what he was. They wouldn't give a fuck. He was the owner of ACLU. They just see that guy as the enemy, you know what I'm saying? Because he's old, he's white, and he's rich. He should have shot at him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's fulfilling his rights of self-defense.